Yeah, hey everybody, I'm back. I've made this video 5 times. I ran out of storage 3 times, and 2 times my editor did not work. So, well, no, 1 time my editor didn't work. And the other time I just forgot to start the video. And I'm gonna predict. Wait, okay. First, I'm hoping you will stay the whole video because I am gonna do something at the end that you might want to stay for, and it is to give something away. Well, not really give it away. I'm just gonna give it to you. Okay? And you might be disappointed, you might not, but hopefully it'll get you something. Can't tell you though, because you gotta stay to the whole video. You might skip it, you might watch it all the way because it might get paused during, like, it won't load and you can't figure out what I'm doing, so you might have to watch the whole thing. So first off, I'm going to talk about Oregon and Alabama. Okay, let's just do something here. Okay, we're going to talk about not Oregon and Alabama, Oregon and Ohio State. But first, we're going to talk about Alabama and Ohio State, and then Florida State and Oregon. Okay, so Alabama versus Ohio State. Coming into this game, Ohio State was 0-3 versus Alabama. Well, now they're 1-3 versus Alabama. They got their first win. Remember the first part. They got their first win against Alabama. And then Oregon versus Florida State. They're 0-0 coming into that game, playing each other. Well, Oregon got its first win on Florida State. Okay? This is just some facts. Now, Ohio State and Oregon. We're going to do something real quick. Okay. Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State is 8-0 versus Oregon. So, that means Oregon is 0-8. I think Oregon is going to get their first win on Ohio State because everybody's getting their first win. And I predict 42-38. Here's one of the rules to the thing. This kind of gives some of it away. You cannot predict the score 42-38 because that's what I use. It's mine. And I'm going to be giving away 2 things. One of them's bigger than the other. Okay? Because the first one, you get it, well, for predicting it perfectly, you get both of them. For predicting it the closest out of everybody that comments it, you will be getting just one of them. So, 42-38, you cannot predict that. I'm going to say it to the end because some people did not watch it and they just skipped to the end, the people with fast Wi-Fi. But, okay, now we're going to talk about the conferences that are on the rise and are on the fall. First, we're talking about the ACC. We have Florida State being good for possibly 2 to 3 more years. They may fall next year, but they are going down either way, so I have them going down. I have Clemson maybe bringing them back up. And Pittsburgh or Miami, Virginia Tech, and Virginia, and Georgia Tech, and Duke. Not North Carolina. All of them have a possibility of also bringing them back up, but I still have them going down because I think the odds are going down. So, next we have the Big 12. I have them going up. I have them possibly in 1 to 5 more years creating a conference championship because they're going to notice you need one because without one it's real hard to get into the playoffs. Without the playoffs, their conference is not going to make no money and they're not going to be able to send out scholarships because the teams don't have enough money to send out scholarships, and then everything's just going to fall from there. So I have them splitting their conferences into 2 and doing that. So I have Baylor and TCU keeping them up possibly for three more years, and I have Texas and Oklahoma and West Virginia and Oklahoma State possibly keeping there for about 5 more years. Well, after the first 3 years they might come up, something like that. They're going to be up for the next 5 years, at the most, 5 to 6 at the most. And then, if they don't have a conference championship, it's all going down from there. Next, we have the Big Ten. We have Ohio State keeping them there for 2 to 3 more years, at the most 6, because their quarterback that just brought them and beat Alabama, 3rd stringer, he could be starting next year. I don't know. He's only a sophomore, so that's good news for you Buckeyes fans. So, Ohio State is basically going to be just keeping this conference up by itself for the next years. because I don't see any teams that could possibly come up besides Penn State. Yes, Penn State, even though they only went 7-6 this year, I think they're coming up. Wisconsin and Nebraska, and that's about it. That might be able to bring this conference up, but I have them going up. So the odds, I think the odds are mostly bringing them up, so I put it bringing them up. Next we have the Pac-12. Where's the Pac-12? Oh, I passed it. There's the Pac-12. I have Oregon going down, losing 4 games next year, losing 3 in the regular season to Arizona, Arizona State, and USC. I think they play them next year. Hopefully they do, or this is just going to make me look stupid. But I think they played each other this year. But I don't know. But hopefully they play each other next year. So, but if one of those teams don't play them, they're just going to beat whoever's in their spot, and they're going to lose to them in the conference championship or something like that. They're going to lose in the conference championship either way, because USC, Arizona State, and Arizona is going to be rising. Oregon's going to be falling. They're going to get in there, and Oregon's just going to get ran over. And that's why I have the Pac-12 going down. And I don't think they could go up. They possibly could go up, but I think for the next few years they're going to stay neutral. And here's what everybody wants to hear about the SEC. They think it's overrated and underrated. All these people thinking different things. Myself, I think it's going to go down for about 2 years, and it's going to go straight back up. Okay, here's the teams that are going to fall next year. Alabama, Mississippi State, Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M. That's all the West teams going to fall. The East, Missouri and Georgia, or Missouri's going to stay neutral. Georgia down, South Carolina down, Kentucky. They're gonna get into a bowl game next year, so that means they're gonna go up by at least a win. Vanderbilt, you can't get no worse than that, so you have to have them going up and getting 4 wins or something like that. It's hard to not beat 3-9. So here's the teams that's gonna be bringing them up for the next years: Florida, Tennessee in the East, Ole Miss, and Arkansas in the West. You can predict it. You can pronounce Arkansas either way. Arkansas, Arkansas. Myself, I think it's Arkansas because it looks that way, like AR than Kansas. That's R, Kansas, not Arkansas. But it's just opinions, okay? And that's about all I have. I'm going to show you my new office. Y'all probably know I'm a Tennessee fan. But right now I'm going to tell you what you can do to win a shout-out. Okay? You can predict the score to the game. Whoever gets closest will receive a shout-out. If you get it perfectly right, I will give you a shout-out and subscribe to your channels and mention you in my next 2 videos. Okay? If you just get close, I'll still mention you in 2 videos. Just a shout-out in 2 of my videos. Okay? Like, one of them will just be a shout-out towards you, and the next video I'll just tell it at the end to subscribe to your channel at the end of like one of my predicting videos or something. And you can run a subscription if you predict it perfectly right. So I predicted 40. Okay, let's flip this over real quick. I predicted 42-38 Oregon. Okay? 48-32 Oregon. See it right there. Okay, 48 plus 42, or 42 plus 38 equals 80. So, what you're going to comment and what you're going to put in the comments is 80 Oregon. So that means all the total points together equals 80, then you're going to put Oregon. But you can't do that because that's mine. And if you get that perfectly right, then you will receive a shout out in 2 of my videos and a subscription from me and on both of my channels. Okay? And subscribe to my other channel, Swish TrickShots. I'll show it to you in a minute after the end of the video. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. And the reason I'm doing it that way, because it's hard, if you predicted like 35-28, it's hard to see who's getting closest like that. So I just did it that way, but to show you my new office. Okay. And then, I forgot what I was going to tell you to do, but probably popped into my head. Okay, the start of it is over here. People bug me about those being upside down. It's the SEC helmets, but I put the teams like facing down for some reason like that. Then over here, as you know, I'm already a Tennessee fan, so I got that futon. If you want to buy a futon to sleep on, that is the first wrong choice you've made in your life. If you're buying it to sit on and sleep on as a couch, then it's a pretty good choice. There's a weight limit on that thing. I've like almost broke it, and I weigh 165 pounds. My brother has one. I think he only weighs 80. It is still in perfect condition, and it is real comfortable. So, don't buy it if you're over 160. Okay. And then in here, it's just kind of a man cave. You got a dartboard, basketball goal. Look at that right there. It's trying to get the team 2014, but it's just all right. Okay, now I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just tell you about what you can do or what videos I'm about to make. So, and I done forgot what I'd said I'd do at the end of this video. Oh well. Probably watch it again and make a video only about that subject. But here's the part nobody likes about this. And I plugged into my mic. If you're wondering what that sound probably was, it probably made a sound. I don't know. If it didn't, then just forget. But this is the part nobody likes about the video. Okay. Okay. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my other channel, Swish TrickShots. Really hope you stayed for this because you're about to see my channel, my other channel. I want you to see it. But here it is. It looks like that. Swish TrickShots. Pause the video if you want to subscribe to it. Screenshot it or something. No. It says Hoops King. That little profile picture up there. Swish TrickShots. Okay. You probably learned how to... You see how to spell it like right there, don't you? If not, I'll turn the brightness down. But yeah, that looks a lot better. Subscribe to it, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to comment below what I just said to do. And if you know how to fix an Xbox 360 that won't read games, please comment it too, because mine's broke. So, yeah, peace out.